Hi, I'm Steve Webb, and I'm a voiceover artist in the process of recording the Douay-Rheims Bible. You can find more information on that at dr.lifespringmedia.com. But it's been a while since I posted anything regarding the recording of this project, and so I thought, well, let's record a chapter that I'm currently recording, and let's just see how it's done. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 8. Deuteronomy chapter 8. All the commandments that happens sometimes. All the commandments that I command thee this day, take great care to observe, that you may live and be multiplied, and going in may possess the land for which the Lord swore to your fathers. And thou shalt remember all the way through which the Lord thy God hath brought thee for 40 years through the desert. And then sometimes the phrasing is a little bit weird, and so I have to read it again. And so I'll do it here. And thou shalt remember all the way through which the Lord thy God hath brought thee for 40 years through the desert, to afflict thee and to prove thee, and that the things that were in thy heart might be made known, whether thou wouldst keep his commandments or no. He afflicted thee with want, and gave thee manna for thy food, which neither thou nor thy fathers knew, to show that not in bread alone doth man live, but in every word that proceedeth from the mouth of God. Thy raiment with which thou wast covered, hath not decayed for age, and thy foot is not worn. Lo, this is the 40th year, that thou mayest consider in thy heart, that as a man traineth up his son, so the Lord thy God hath trained thee, that thou shouldst keep the commandments of the Lord thy God, and walk in his ways, and fear him. For the Lord thy God will bring thee into a good land, of brooks, and of waters, and of fountains, in the plains of which, and the hills, deep rivers break out, a land of wheat, and barley, and vineyards, wherein fig trees, and pomegranates, and oliveyards grow, a land of oil, and honey, where without any want thou shalt eat thy bread, and enjoy abundance of all things, where the stones are iron, and out of its hills are dug mines of brass, that when thou hast eaten, and art full, thou mayest bless the Lord thy God for the excellent land which he hath given thee. Take heed, and beware lest at any time thou forget the Lord thy God, and neglect his commandments and judgments and ceremonies which I command thee this day, lest after thou hast eaten, and art filled, hast built goodly houses, and dwelt in them, and shalt have herds of oxen, and flocks of sheep, and plenty of gold and of silver, and of all things, thy heart be lifted up, and thou remember not the Lord thy God, who brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage, and was thy leader in the great and terrible wilderness, wherein there was the serpent burning with his breath, and the scorpion, and the dispus, and no waters at all, who brought forth streams out of the hardest rock, and fed thee in the wilderness with manna which thy fathers knew not. And after he had afflicted and proved thee, as the last he had mercy on thee. And after he had afflicted and proved thee, at the last he had mercy on thee, lest thou shouldst say in thy heart, My own strength, my own mind, and the strength of my own hand have achieved all these things for me. But remember the Lord thy God. He hath given thee strength. He hath given thee strength that he might fulfill his covenant, concerning which he swore to thy fathers, as this present day showeth. But if thou forget the Lord thy God, and follow strange gods, and serve and adore him, behold now, I foretell thee that thou shalt utterly perish. As the nations which the Lord destroyed at thy entrance, so shall you also perish, if you be disobedient to the voice of the Lord your God. And so, as you can see, I stumble through it every once in a while, and I have to go back and edit those things out, but the finished product, of course, doesn't reflect any of those things. For more information on the project, go to dr.lifespringmedia.com, and for more information on my voiceover career, go to stevewebvoiceovers.com, or, as it says right here, steveweb.net. They both go to the same place. Till next time, may God bless you richly. My name is Steve Webb. Bye-bye.